Hello, everyone. This is the beautiful book tag. There are 9 questions in all, and let's dive in straight away. Question number 1: a book you bought primarily or completely because of the cover. Okay, so I did take the opportunity of getting some bargain buys in the Oxford World Classics series, and I confess I did actually kind of choose the front covers for some of them, rather than the author and the possible content. But I was kind of winging it, kind of thing, at the time. But there are 2 books that I definitely completely chose them because of the front cover. One of them I already read before, and one of them that I hadn't. That one. It's the American edition of that. I probably mentioned this in a previous video. Yep, that one. Because I had a beat-up copy, a reading copy that I'd really read, and that kind of caught my eye, and I kind of had some idea that I ought to have a book that I really thought was one of the best books I read in that looked good as well, and I was wrong. And I haven't particularly enjoyed owning it as much as I thought I would. But there we are. We can only learn by falling, I guess. The second book is, wait a minute. Yeah, the second book is Michael Howard's, well, here we are. There's that, Michael Howard's Empires, Nations and Wars. Nice thing, good book, black and white photo. But here's the hardback for it. And I bought the paperback first, and yeah, I thought it looked pretty good. I then bought that one. They are the same. So, Empires, Nations and Wars by Michael Howard is literally the lessons of history. Word for word, page for page, absolutely the same. So I've got to keep one of them, because obviously I bought them thinking that they were different books. But I'm not overly disappointed. I've decided to keep the hardback purely because of the front cover. I think, anyway, or maybe it's because of its hardback as well. There is this concept of do you prefer paperback or hardback? And yeah, the hardback has a little bit more in the way of style, nicer style, and yeah. But also the front cover, because there are different colours of blue. So one is Cambridge and one is Oxford. So it's a kind of a Oxbridge thing. And obviously Michael Howard is pretty distinguished as a historian. At the time of publication of this one, he is the Lovett Professor of Military and Naval History at Yale. Oddly enough. But at a later time, he's going to be Emeritus Professor at both Yale and Oxford, I think. And he had been at Cambridge as well. But anyway, yeah. I don't know, it's a kind of not a regular kind of wow factor for the front cover. But it says Oxbridge on it. And why not? Okay, so the next question. Question number 2, a book you would like to buy that has a beautiful cover. And that would be, I'll put it on the screen. It's Our Mutual Friend by Charles Dickens. And I quite like the Everyman hardback version with the pictorial element. But it's really, really expensive. Something like, I don't know, what is it, 20, 25 to 30 pounds. But anyway, yeah, maybe patience, says Confucius. Yeah. Question number 3: your favorite series design, and that would be the Oxford World Classics design. These are some of the books that I bought in my little bargain haul. There's Conrad's Typhoon, but what a front cover! And this band here, somehow, for me, I thought, wow, that's a front cover to a book rather than a work of art or something. You know. Anyway, and there's Stevenson's South Sea Tales. Yeah. Okay. A book with a beautiful dust jacket or something unexpected under the jacket. And for me, that is the unbelievably and terribly disappointing Peter Heather. I bought a sort of semi-beat-up paperback of his The Fall of the Roman Empire, and I got about, 70 pages into it. I thought, there's something very wrong with this book, with the author, what he's saying, kind of thing. And but I had already I'd already bought the hardback and was reading the paperback. But the hardback is so much better than the paperback, and it wraps around, and it's just so evocative and emotive of, I don't know, Roman reds and so forth, and Mediterranean reds. It's got this coin on the reverse. Antiquity, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Question number 5. What is a gorgeous book with no dust jacket? And that is this one. This is a recent purchase of mine, and for me, this is one of the most incredible books that I own, without a doubt. There she is. Old book, so yeah. Nice little picture. And that says American Notes, Pictures from Italy, and Miscellaneous Papers by Charles Dickens, the Gresham Publishing Company, Southampton Street, Strand, London. Yeah. And typically, it doesn't say when it was published, but it was published in the 1890s. This is an edition from the 1890s. And it's just so, history in your hands kind of thing, to a T. Just wow factor. Yep. That's for me, that one. Yes. Question number 6. Name a beautiful paperback. And I'm kind of sort of, well, yeah. I'm going to slightly, no, I'm not going to slightly anything. I'm just going to show this one. From Churchill's War Rooms by Joanna Moody. Letters of a Secretary, 1943 to 1945. Unbelievable book. Get it, read it. Don't delay. Don't believe me. The other books that's a beautiful paperback, I think, is this one, Lucretius's Penguin Classic version. I mean, the bowl, it gets the clearness on the bowl, as well as the rest of the stuff. It just completely grabs you for what it is and what it's doing on a 2D surface. My other paperback is this one, Most of the creatures are eating each other. Such is life. Penguin classic. And this one. Yep. That is a scene from Billingsgate Market. Very famous fish market in London. Been around for ages and ages and years and years. And it's still there today, and they still have their initiation customs as well, which are quite something. Anyway, that's that one. And then question number 7 is a non-fiction book with a lovely cover. A non-fiction book. No, a fictional book. I'm saying a fictional book because I'm showing lots of non-fiction. Yeah. Okay, number 7. A fictional book. So for me, I bought this quite recently, and I thought this was quite fun and quite neat. Unfortunately, you're probably not going to be able to see all the various details here of 18th century life playing out before us. Where are my questions going? There we are. Question number 8. A book with great end papers. Yes. Right. Okay, there's three here. 3 books. The honourable mention first. The honourable mention first, not really end papers. As a God Might Be by Neil Griffiths. But he has, I think, what Steve Donahue calls French flaps. I don't know why. They just are, presumably. And somehow that kind of sort of does something when you're reading the book. Which I have read this, and it is very good, and I'd recommend it. It's kind of half why I'm saying it, but the flaps sort of kind of make a curious difference. They somehow, I don't know. We'll leave it there. Yes, but what's the question? The question is great end papers. So this one, obviously. Here's the book. It's History of England, but they've fallen off. But here are the end papers. Right, old proper 19th century end papers. This book was published in 1856. Yeah. At the end. Yep. But here's the thing. This is the beautiful book tag, and this is a precious thing, and definitely part of the beautiful book tag. There's irony, and there's it is what it is, and that's what it is. A history of the conquest of Mexico by Prescott. This is volume 1, and in volume 1, that. I don't know whether you can see any of that. I'm going to guess you can't, so I'm going to read it out. It says, somebody or other, I think called Mike, and I think he's in Bowden in 1922. And then below that, with the discursive script, Ruth Ann Chapman. From her affectionate friend, LLB, October 1856. It's not really mine, It's not really mine. Yeah. Question number 9, and the last question. A book that looks just as good on the binding or spine as it does face out, and that. I mean, I looked across my shelves to find something, and this one springs immediately, suddenly. Osterhamel's unbelievable The Transformation of the World, A Global History of the 19th Century. And it's got this fantastic pictorial stuff. Did it say? Yeah. Shanghai 1875 is the picture, but it wraps around. Magic, unreal. Lovely paperback thing. Hopefully the binding, holding it like this, the binding won't be creased either. So some guy at Princeton was reckoning on that one. Okay, that's the tag. Yeah, I'm supposed to tag other people. If you've got this far, then absolutely consider yourself tagged. And bye for now.